Merely if the complainant is a woman, it doesn't mean that her version is the gospel truth. Strong words by the Kerala High Court while hearing the anticipatory bail of a man accused of sexual harassment. In this case, the woman had alleged that the accused, who was the manager of a company where she worked, grabbed her arm with sexual intent. On the other hand, the accused had complained to the police about the woman's verbal abuse and threats and also gave a pen drive containing an audio recording of what she had said. The court stated that if the police find that the allegations of such women against men are false, they can very well take action against the complainant also, which the court said law permitted. While saying nowadays there is a tendency to implicate innocent people in criminal cases with serious allegations of sexual assault, ruining what the court said was his integrity, position in society, and reputation. So probe both sides, separate chaff from the grain, and don't take the woman's version as gospel truth. So does this really mean that there's a missing gaze? A missing gaze to how the criminal laws are implemented on the ground. I'm being joined by Brinda Adige, who's an activist, as well as Ellen Rao, who's a former DCP for Delhi. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me. Ellen Rao, first to you. How do you look at what the court has said? Because primarily, does this mean the way the police functions, does anything need to change when it comes to probing of such cases, particularly sexual assault cases at workplace, or even otherwise? Hasn't usually the stance been that if there is a complaint in such cases, it is the onus to prove oneself innocent is on the accused? So does that change now, or is there a larger picture image around this perspective needing to change? Ellen Rao.
Good evening, Snehaji. The investigation, what I mean to emphasize that investigation is to probe what are the allegations are with the authenticity of the evidences which are connected with that information. So only by saying the woman what she has alleged in any particular case or FIR, the duty of the police is to probe all the allegations independently with the proof. What she has alleged, that should be supported with the evidence, maybe a written evidence, that is a documentary evidence, or any scientific evidence, or any CCTV footage, or any scientific evidence which is required to prove that allegations. Blatantly, I think that the court has rightly observed, the Honorable Court in Kerala High Court has rightly observed that the unilateral allegations of this the women should not be taken as a gospel truth, because there may be some intentions that
so
these may be false. But at the same time,
no, fair enough.
Duty of the police, if the allegations are correct, then definitely the police should take action against the perpetrator. But this is between the two things. There is separate broad line is there, that no guilty person should be spared and no innocent person should be prosecuted. This is our principle of our law and the judiciary also. So the duty of police is to probe the cases independently, thoroughly, and truthfully. Yeah.
That's true. Ellen Rao, what I'm asking you is there a case where is this the truth that more often both the sides are not taken while the probe is going? Because if that's the case, that's wrong. Isn't a probe supposed to get into the finding of the truth, irrespective of what the allegation or the counter allegation is? Isn't that the job of the police? So the court having said what the court said, obviously there was a lapse in this particular case by the police, but largely, is there a concern as a former top cop? Are there larger concerns with the police and how they interpret laws and how they pursue investigations, particularly in such sensitive cases? Do you see any such concerns?
Yes, definitely, ma'am. This is really a very great concern about any reputation of any person. If the allegations are found to be false during trial, then what about the reputation of that person? That is to be taken care of at the time of investigation itself. When these allegations are blatantly false during investigation, then there should be some craze by the police officers to say as a spade a spade. It means that whatever is true, that should be spoken by the investigation officer, and if it is not true, that should also be come in the light of that investigation, so that no guilty person, no innocent person should be involved in that.
Okay.